Hi, many of my recent videos have been covering the economic impacts of the coronavirus situation and how that impacts on employment. And I've talked on numerous occasions about the prospect of redundancies, some of them large scale, and much of that process has already begun within larger organisations that have been mentioned before. Now, we've also discussed the legal requirements for consultation, and my recommendations are always that no matter what the number of people that are at risk, no matter what that number is, you should enter into dialogue just as soon as you possibly can. This way you're able to engage people earlier, get opinions, get help in your thinking, and hopefully avoid redundancies. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning redundancies now is that we are facing quite an economic crisis, and we know that we're facing a recession. And as the furlough leave payments come to an end over the next few months, we know that we are going to be looking at a very, very difficult situation on keeping people in employment. Now, it happens to be that today the CIPD have released a report that has been done by Cambridge University on the effects of redundancy, and essentially the report calls for reduction in working hours and not a reduction of people. And I think that this is really important. And now, the report is quite lengthy, and I'm going to need to study this, and it's going to take a couple of days to go through this. But early next week, what I'm going to do is release a more comprehensive video on that. So keep your eyes open for that. I will release it in the early part of next week when I've had the opportunity to go through the implications of that study. And I wish I could say that I look forward to doing it, but I'm afraid that this is not entirely good news, but it does give us some hope that there's academic studies behind a lot of what I've been saying for the past few months about when we look at redundancies, let's look at more flexible working rather than cutting jobs. Cut hours, not people. I like that line. Cheers. See you next week. Bye bye.